Hello, everyone. I am ZHAO Chuang. Today, let's draw the head of Olorotitan in a side view. When drawing the head of Olorotitan from a side view, we should pay attention to some details, such as, its mouth was not completely flat and wide like a duckbill. There was a keratinous beak that curved down at the front of the mouth. It probably had no cheeks, so the corners of the mouth were far back. Its crest looked a bit larger than on the skull because it was covered in keratins. We also need to note the positions of its ears and nostrils. We first determine the position of its head in the picture, and then outline the basic shape of the head with dotted lines. Next, we draw its crest, and note that the edges of the crest were not straight. The top of the crest was more pointed than the skull fossil due to the keratins outside. There were uneven structures on the surface of the crest. Next, let's draw its eyes. Draw the eye socket first, then the eye. Its eyes were small. When drawing the pupil, leave the room for a highlight. We draw some wrinkles above and below its eyes. At the back of the eye socket was its temporal fenestra. We only need to draw the upper part of the temporal fenestra, because the lower part fused with the skin. Then, we draw the eye and the structures above the temporal fenestra, followed by its quadratojugal bone. We draw the contour of these structures. And don't forget its ear. Its entire crest was wrapped by hard keratins that covered all the way to the openings of the nose. There was soft skin around the nostrils. We show the skin scope. Then, we draw its nostril, and some wrinkles around. The front end of the upper jaw had a downwardly curved beak with many longitudinal lines. The beak of the lower jaw inserted into the upper jaw. From this angle, we can only see a little. Next, let's draw its lower jaw. Its rear end was wide and covered with strong muscles. Then, we outline its upper jaw. The latest research shows that it had no cheeks, so the mouth opening was very wide, and the corners of the mouth were very further backward. We draw some wrinkles around the corners of the mouth. Since it was cheekless, a protruding structure on the side of the lower jaw accommodated the food and teeth. The upper jaw also had a similar food accommodating structure. Now, we add some details. Draw some scratches on the crest. And show the structure of the beak. On the nose, draw some growth lines. Then, shade the underside of the lower jaw, and outline the neck and throat. Like this, we've completed the side view of the Olorotitan's head.